So far in this playlist, we've been looking at Python positional arguments. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to keyword arguments. We've seen this computer program in the previous video in this playlist. In the previous video, we showed that Fred Smith was passed to name, overriding the default value of John Doe that was set up when we declared the function, and that the 10 was passed to age, overwriting the 0 that was the default value. This program statement was then executed, and we can see the output here. This name in the curly braces is referring to this parameter, which is a reference to the string Fred Smith. Consequently, because this is in this position, Fred Smith is output here. This is a reference to the age parameter, which in turn references the 10. Consequently, the 10 is output here. Consider this call to the function where you can see we have two positional parameters. I'm now going to alter this call as shown on this slide, and you can see I just have one positional argument, and that positional argument is going to be passed to name when the program executes, and it will overwrite the John Doe that was there before. But you will note there is only Fred Smith in the brackets. There is nothing for the age, so age will remain at its default value of 0. So when the program executes, what we're going to see at the output from this program statement is the following. And you can see that in this position we have Fred Smith because of this curly brackets referencing this parameter, which itself had a reference to Fred Smith. Whereas if you look here, you've got 0 out because this is referring to the age parameter, which is set to the default value of 0. And it is staying at 0 because if you look at these brackets, you can see I have no positional values to give to the age. Now I'm going to amend this program by altering the call, as you can see on this slide. And look to the call, and you can see in the brackets, I've just got 10. I removed the John Smith. It could be reasonable to think that this 10 is going to be passed to age, overriding the default value of 0. However, this 10 is an example of a positional argument, and it is in the first position. Consequently, it is going to be sent to the first position in these brackets to this parameter. So when the program is executed, this 10 is going to be sent to this parameter here, overriding the John Doe that was there. And the age is left at its default value of 0. And this can be confirmed by the runtime coming into view now. And it says, hello 10, you are 0 years old. So we could take the fact that the name, which is this parameter, has been given the value of 10. As you can see, it is displayed here. Whereas if you look at this position where there's 0, that's because this is referring to this where the default value, as you can clearly see, is 0 and stays as 0 because I haven't successfully passed from here the 10 that I thought might arrive here, when in fact, because this is first, it goes to this one, because this was first in these brackets. Let's say I wanted to leave this at its default of John Doe, but I wanted this 10 to go to the age. Then I can make a slight amendment to this program, which I'm going to show on the next slide. You can see the amendment here. I am making age equal to 10. So I've introduced this age equals, whereas before there was just 10 here, wasn't there? And now it is age equals 10. Now, what we're looking at here is another way in which we can pass parameters. So far in the playlist, we've looked at positional arguments, and here we have something referred to as a keyword argument, and it is identifying the name of the parameter to which you wish to give this 10, because this is age and so is this. And here I'm saying change age to 10. So if we were to look at the runtime for this, what will happen is that this age is passed to this age, overwriting the 0 that was there. Well, what about this name? Well, it stays at its default value of John Doe. So the output from the program is, as you can see here. And look in this position, and you can see you still have John Doe, which is the default value. Whereas if you look here, you now have the 10, which is the new value for age. So in the context of this program, what you're looking at here is an example of a keyword argument.